Tommy Hafey made his name at Richmond, and although he coached 3 other clubs, Hafey again became a passionate Tiger later in life, so his death from cancer at the age of 82 is being felt dearly at the Punt Road Oval. Hafey grew up not far from Richmond, and after excelling in local footy, he was recruited by the Tigers in 1953, playing 67 senior games in yellow and black before heading to the bush and joining Shepparton. He was captain-coach of Shepparton for 6 years, winning a hat-trick of flags in the last 3 of them.
I played with Kyabram in the Golden Valley League, and Tommy was coaching Shepparton. And we were playing each other for 3 or 4 years prior to coming to Richmond. And it was often said that, Kyabram had better players, but Shepparton had Tommy Hafey.
Hafey's success in the bush saw him lured back to Richmond as senior coach at the age of 34. A fitness fanatic who never smoked or drank alcohol, Hafey trained the Tigers hard. The hard work soon paid off. In 1967, Hafey led Richmond to its first flag in more than 2 decades.
It's a well-merited triumph for dedicated coach Tom Hafey, who is acclaimed on all sides. Overcome with emotion, Hafey experiences the finest moment of his football career.
Using a simple game plan of long kicks to star forward Royce Hart,
and pulls down a ripped order.
Hafey led the Tigers to another premiership in 1969. And when the Tigers were down, he could inspire them to come back.
Nothing more tigerish than a bloody tiger, a wounded tiger. Kevin, fair dinkum, mate, you've got to put your boot into the ball. You're too slow to do all this finessing. Bloody back pocket plumber. That's what I want. You see the bloody straight, get your boot to the damn thing. Heading towards goal.
Hafey's reputation as a super coach grew further when he guided Richmond to back-to-back flags in 1973 and 74.
He was always defending his boys. If he went to a sports night, he would always sort of forego questions about his players being negative. He would always stick up for them, and I think that came back where the players would then give for Tommy, if he asked him for a lift at half-time or three-quarter time, you'd do it for him.
Just 2 years after that success, Hafey quit the Tigers after falling out with power broker Graham Richmond.
I've possibly got regrets in some way, but I think it's the right decision because I do believe a new face and a new voice is probably needed at Richmond right now to bring the best out of the players that we've got there.
Hafey quickly bounced back, joining one of the Tigers' greatest rivals, Collingwood. Hafey took over a side that had finished on the bottom of the ladder. He almost performed a miracle, leading the Magpies to the grand final in his first year in charge. But after leading by 27 points at three-quarter time, Collingwood was overrun by North Melbourne in the last quarter, and the game ended in a draw.
It's a draw. The 1977 grand final is a draw.
People say collywobbles and all that stuff. In the last quarter, we ran out of legs.
The Kangaroos then won the replay. The rest of Hafey's time at Collingwood played out in a similar fashion. Under his watch, the Magpies made 3 more grand finals, but lost them all.
Look, everybody's not going to win the premiership, but I think you've got to be judged on what you get out the players that are there. Like we've seen sides that Mickey Mouse could have coached to win the premiership. I've seen other sides that, Jesus Christ, might have had a bit of trouble getting them up. I think we probably got the best out of what we had.
After leaving Collingwood, Hafey bounced back again, landing the coaching job at Geelong. There were few highlights during his time at Cardinia Park, but his next gig at the Sydney Swans was full of them. Hafey led the Swans to the finals for the first time since they moved to Sydney. But after the Swans twice failed to impress in September, Hafey's time at the club ended, and he never coached again. Even after his coaching career ended, Hafey didn't slow down. He became a gifted public speaker and kept up his passion for keeping fit.
A lot of people do ask me, I don't want to be rude, but how old are you? And I think, well, I hadn't thought anything of it because I'd never stop doing the work that I do.
A member of the Australian Football Hall of Fame, a Richmond Immortal, and coach of the club's team of the century. The game has lost one of its greats.